I caught her. Look at how cute you are. So cute. Daisy. Daisy, you're so cute. Check out my sick ass earrings that Jocelyn Skate Angel gave to me. She gave it to me for my birthday and I love them. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen the Carrot. For those of you who don't know me, I usually make roller skating content in English y en Español. I'm bilingual, so I'm trying to make all of my videos in English and Spanish. So I realized that I recorded this story time of how I got into skating in Spanish and not in English. So now this is the English part or version. English version. Check out my quarantine cut. My hair is like so short now. So I pretty much learned how to roller skate when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I remember that my parents had got me those like really plasticky like roller skates that like you can adjust the wheels so it could become like a blade or a roller skate, and it was like some Barbie ones, and I remember they got me those and I would practice in my little apartment complex, and when I would go to my tia's house, like I would take them too. And also like I was very lucky that my dad would take us like ice skating and roller skating like to places so we could like have fun, like usually on Sundays, you know, domingos, like it was usually like our family day, so that was cool. And then when I was starting off in high school, I moved from Riverside to Whittier, and when I moved to Whittier I didn't really have like a lot of friends because I moved like in the second semester of freshman year, and like everyone already had their friends and I was like a new my Postmates is here. Since I didn't really have friends to like hang out and stuff, I had to find out ways to like entertain myself, and I've always loved going outside and like being an outside kid and playing in the mud and stuff like that, you know. Like my brothers, they got into like the whole technology thing, so they didn't really like appreciate being outside as much as like I did, and I still do. When I moved to Whittier, I actually lived really far from the high school, so I basically lived far from like everyone, so I didn't really have like that connection. But I really wanted to, since I couldn't drive, I really wanted like some form of transportation, and I ended up getting a bike, and I love that bike, and it was a beach cruiser and I got it from Walmart. I remember like I saved my money for that bike and I loved it, and I just loved the feeling of like being able to push with your body and like feeling the wind in your hair, and you just feel free, and you just like, yeah, like this is all me, baby. All this power is me. And that's when I decided to get roller skates, because I always knew how to skate when I was little and I just wanted to get some again. And I did what like a lot of people do, and I went online and I looked for the cheapest option, which was some Chicago's. And if you know anything about skating, you know that like Chicago's are like the worst skate you can get, and that's because they're like made out of plastic, and they're just like kind of dangerous. If you already know how to skate and you're like pushing hard, like it's gonna break and you can like hurt yourself really bad. But anyways, I got those skates and I wanted to paint them up and like make them look like more girly, because I remember I wanted the black ones, but they were like for boys, which is like ridiculous. But I wanted the black ones, and this was when like galaxies and like galaxy leggings and all that stuff was like on trend, or it was trending. So I painted them like in a galaxy and I love them so much. But yeah, and I would like skate, I would practice like in my street. I remember having like my street was like kind of like an incline, so I would practice going down, but you know, they were like barely rolling. So anyways, I moved houses from that part in Whittier to like a closer part to high school, a closer part in Whittier that was closer to my high school. And I didn't know where my skates went, and honestly I went without them for a while, and I started riding my bike again. And then I got into a culinary academy program in my high school, and I met this really rad chick who was so tall and beautiful, and she played roller derby, and I had no idea what that was, but I knew that it had like roller skates involved. And you know, like we were cool, and like I think I mentioned it to her that I had some skates, and she invited me to go skating with her, so I was like, yeah, hell yeah. And this was like when I barely knew how to skate, and I remember I was like taking my steps like and she was like over here like doing like 360s and like spinning, and I was just like, in awe, like, how are you doing that? How are you gliding? And she basically told me that my wheels were like, my wheels were not rolling, and she gave me like a new set of wheels with like new bearings, and then I put them on my skates, and I was like, whoa. I was like kind of scared because like I was pushing and skating like this with like no speed, and now like they give you the speed, and it's kind of scary to adjust to it, but then you realize that it makes skating like so much easier. I started practicing more on those skates, and eventually I decided that I wanted like some good pair of skates. And when I was like in this process of like falling in love with like learning how to skate again, I wasn't even sure if I was doing it the right way, you know? So I did what like anyone else does, and I like Googled how to roller skate. And then I was introduced to Indy Jama Jones and all of her Planet roller skate videos. Honestly, that gave me like a lot of motivation to keep practicing. You know, she was always talking about Moxie skates, so I decided I wanted to get some. During this time too, I was like debating if I was gonna like transition like fully like vegan or not, because I was going through my like vegan vegetarian transformation, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to like just stop eating animal products or also like stop them from like putting them on my body, you know, like clothes, you know, like shoes especially. So I was debating if I should get like these vegan skates or these like beautiful Moxie Lolly red or poppy like suede ones, and these were like $300 and these were like $180, and it didn't feel right to me to like, I was in this part of me like transitioning to like stop like animal cruelty like from my part, and I felt like it wouldn't feel right if I still wore them on my feet. So I decided to go with the vegan ones, and I was so happy with them, even though they were like the first version and they did have like a lot of defects, but I get it because it was like the first version. Like I love them so much. And then I decided to try the Moxie 365 challenge. It's a challenge where you skate every day, and you either like post a picture or a video to Instagram. It's like an Instagram thing, and the year that I did it, they were actually like raffling out like a pair of skates, so whoever did it could have like sick ass setup, like jackboot, customizations, everything. So I did it, and it was like one of the best decisions I ever made for myself, because I really wanted to test myself to see if I could do it every day, commit to something, you know, commit to something that is like eventually gonna help me a lot, because you're putting in work every day and you can see your progress, you know, and it just depends like how much work you want to put in every day. And it's just like incredible to see you grow like as a skater. Thanks to like Instagram, like I started getting like more followers who were like into skating, and then even like some friends that I went to high school with, they wanted to get into skating. And I actually met like other girls that lived in Whittier that wanted to skate, and it was so cool because I finally had that like sports friendship again. When I was in high school, I felt like I never really had like close connections except when I was in a sport, and that was tennis. It's just like a different connection to people like when you're in a sport, because you're in it like for yourself to like improve yourself, you know, like do something that like gives you passion and joy, but you're also sharing that experience with someone else. And if you don't feel fulfilled like within yourself, I feel like it's so much harder to like be proud of someone else. So you have to be in that right like headspace to like accept your progress and accept yourself that's changing, and also like see other people and like accept them and support them in their journey to like become a better skater, you know. Like what's really great about the roller skating community that I've taken out of it is that like there's a lot of support for one another, like especially when we're going to like male dominated skate parks, like a lot of us like team up so we can feel better, we can feel safe, we can feel protected, we can feel encouraged to like try, and like it's less scarier to fall when you're like with a group of friends that can just be like, ah ha ha, you know, like you got this, get up, try again, versus like when you're by yourself and there's just like dudes everywhere looking at you, you know. Like, so that's something that I really love about the skating community. And yeah, so I just kept skating every day, making little videos with my friends, like who are now like my best friends and roommates. And you know, like I love that like this passion that like we all have like connected us together. And you know, I have videos of us skating together so you guys can see like how cool we are. Eventually I started my YouTube channel, and I was like really nervous to start it, and I didn't really know what was gonna happen, but I just wanted to make like more than 60 seconds, more content, more like daily stuff, because that's like what I loved watching on YouTube. And surprisingly, a lot of my videos did really well. My first video has like 40,000 views now, like my first ever YouTube video. That's crazy. And then something super great, amazing happened to me, and that's that Indie and Pigeon contacted me, and they told me that they really liked my videos and that they wanted to work with me. And I was just like so in shock, because you know, like, these are the people that inspired me to put wheels on my feet and put my face on the internet, on the YouTube. So I was just really shocked that they wanted to work with me, but also like super grateful, and it's still like super amazing, you know? Like, I actually got to do a video in Spanish for Indie's channel. Like, what? Who would have thought? And now I'm here living my best life. I don't know if you guys know this, but I do this like for a living now. Like, this is my only job, like creating content, and also I have my own Etsy shop where I make my own merch. You know, I make a lot of art. I'm working on making more wearable art, like shirts and beanies and stuff like that, because I love wearing art and other people's art and my art, and I think it's a great way to like also express yourself, because I love fashion and hair and beauty and all the girly stuff. So I don't want to make this too long, but that's basically my skate story, of how I really got into it. And honestly, I encourage all of you guys to try the 365 challenge. You know, just putting on your skates like every day, even if you're just gonna like walk around in your carpet with them, like that's gonna get you used to them. And it's such a great way to challenge yourself to see if you can actually complete something. And even if you can't complete it, it's cool to see like how far you get, because I understand that like life is crazy and things are always happening, but you know, I believe in you. And basically, roller skating changed my life in like such a crazy way. I am super grateful for it. I just want to let you guys know that not everything is diamonds and gold. Like, roller skating has had like some negative effects in my life, but the greater part, it has really changed my life for the better, and I love it. I love my life. I love creating videos and content and art and just working from home, dude. That's my dream. That's been one of my biggest dreams, and now I can do it, and I have my dogs and this patio, and I'm just super grateful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel for more roller skating content in English or Spanish. Send this video to someone if you want them to get started into roller skating but they're not sure, you know, peer pressure. I'm just kidding. Only if they want to, you know. I would love to hear about your guys' skate experience and skate story. If you guys want to tell me, I read every comment that is ever posted on my YouTube channel, so just leave it below. Give me a thumbs up. Also, if you guys want to see more content on the daily, I post a lot on my Instagram. I'm always on there, sadly, and I'm always on TikTok too. I hope this story kind of inspired you to get some skates. And if you do plan on getting skates, make sure you go to planetrollerskate.shop for all your skate needs, from helmet to toe stop. I'll see you guys on the next one. Yeehaw! And bye, stay safe, I love you.